Let me start with my statement. The Recreation Commission is recording this meeting. If any other persons present are recording the meeting, must notify the chairperson at this time. And it looks like we are the only participants on the. Yes, so,
I need to check the city for the recording.
yeah, okay. So we don't have anybody on Zoom. I just wanted to check that. So is anyone recording this meeting? Okay. Seeing none, I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. There's roll call of commissioners. My understanding was that we didn't have to do that if we didn't have a mixture of Zoom or not, but being as how it's written in the agenda, let's go for it. Heather.
Heather, Melinda,
Barbara Nichols.
Christine Moore.
Donna Ducell.
Daniel Titus.
Okay. The next item on our agenda is public comment. Seeing no one here who is interested in making public comment, I'm going to move along past that portion. And we will move into the minutes at 6:01. Well, you all received the minutes in your email. Can I get a motion to accept?
Make a motion to accept the meeting in December 2025.
Okay, motion's been made by Heather. You have a second.
I will second motion.
Okay, Dan seconded. All right, now it's time for discussion about the minutes. Anyone have discussion? I noticed that under office and grant updates, it says the Shayla has his name right there in the front. So that needs to be struck. Other than that, I think I didn't see anything else that required attention.
What page is that on?
It's on the first page, first bullet under office and grant updates.
Okay.
All right. Any further discussion? Let's see, none, I'll call for as well. All in favor of accepting the minutes with that change?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, so that passes unanimously. We can move.
So action items that were hanging over from that was doing the Right Bell Street inventory. That's still hanging out there.
Yep.
Okay, and we're checking on the Sagem's Head.
Platform.
Platform. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
icy right now.
yeah.
And it was really cold too, so.
Just carry forward.
Okay, I will.
Anything else, Barbara?
Yeah.
Carry forward, okay. Great,
Yeah, she's on her way, she said.
okay. So let's go ahead and into.
They're like full display up here.
Yeah.
And now, so are you?
I can show that the average, so 3 p.m. We have approved the minutes. And we're moving into.
They were part of the meeting in the booking room for.
Sure. Well, welcome to our new space. I'm sorry that it's here. Obviously, they didn't respond.
I'm gonna say, I feel like it's important.
Yeah.
So park programs and event updates. Basketball is in the first round of games this past weekend. And after school and rec room continues. For rec room for this round, we have 32 enrolled, which is the highest we've ever had. Sorry. And then this week we had another student at Federal Street School for the after school program. And for basketball, we have 7 travel teams with 20 coaches and 84 kids. And then for the Pee-wees, we have 3 teams with 7 coaches and 29 total kids. So for a grand total of 10 teams, 113 kids and 27 coaches. We are running and organizing.
That's.
Yeah.
On coaches too.
Yeah, yep, thankfully the parents and family members step up. Danica, thank you for helping running the club.
Absolutely. It's always fun.
And then, as part of the events, obviously, we're, Winter Carnival is right around the corner, as you guys know, we're full of, gear. Moving forward with that, and then summer planning and program coordination. And I know we'll talk about Winter Carnival a little bit later, but I have flyers here for you guys. As far as office and grant updates, happy to report that we have an offer made and has been accepted for our new program supervisor. They're undergoing background checks and we anticipate a start date of January 26th for them. Staffing updates with after school, continue to fluctuate with rec room. Cause some kids are going back to college this is Friday's our last day. And so we're revolving door and working on filling those spots. As far as grants, I am very happy and shocked to share that we received the grant for the award for Massachusetts Broadband Institute, the MBI, which was the tablets and laptops for rec room. So we're gonna get 15 tablets and 15 computers. So we'll be working with, thankfully, like Athena, who's our grant coordinator. And I worked on that, so shout out to her. And then we'll be meeting with Fernando from the IT department to deploy that equipment. Right. And Will has been working on drafting programmatic plans. Because when we applied, it was for like robotics and design and all that kind of stuff. So we're working on that for the rec room. And then other successes that we did receive a $500 grant from the local cultural council for Jingle Fest. So those are our two grant fields.
And that will be to reimburse for expenditures from 2025.
That was our understanding. However, there seems to be a little confusion, so I need to follow up on that. Yeah. So I'm hoping
To your.
for 26, yeah, but when we applied, it was for 25,
right, makes
to
sense.
cover the gap.
Yeah.
But that's it on my report unless anybody has questions.
I do have a question about the robotic stuff. So were you able to get like robotics equipment other than the
It's all online stuff, so it's like programming, like how to make a machine do stuff. We have some like solar robots that they can build, but nothing as far as an actual robot.
There is, sorry to interject, I've seen those programs and they're really cool. Like they show you what you can build and then they show you how to program it and then it happens online, because that's really a lot of how it works anyway, because kids are learning how to, digitize things online. There are some, and I was thinking about that when you said it. And I can look up what they are, but they do offer like where it transfers to a robot, like a physical
Oh, yeah.
robot as well.
Mhm.
And then I've seen classes compete to like move, let's say like a table is set up like a course of some kind. And then they have like an object that starts over here, or they do it on the floor where they're like, making triggers to knock dominoes or whatever, and the whole group gets involved, and it's, so, I'll look at what those products are, but maybe we could get. I could apply for, there's always stuff online, it's like if you're a school or if you're a, community or whatever. To apply for discounts on something like that, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I know that the Franklin County Tech School, they used to have a math teacher who had a robotics club and I think that employers are another place that you can look at it, like in terms of advanced manufacturing. Because they're always looking to fill their pipeline, and this is the kind of stuff that really builds the skills,
Yeah.
for the programming machines and stuff.
Yeah,
See.
well, and every
Yeah.
kid wants to use technology now, so if you're
Yeah.
gonna let them use technology. At least also sort of help them understand how things are working. I mean, that's why the school's like transferring two things, you're using it for like, entertainment, but then there's also so much of our world. I mean, everything you touch,
Yeah.
ATM machines, like,
Yeah.
is digital, so. I
Yeah,
think it's cool for them to have that kind of exposure. I don't know what they're doing in school for it. I'm sure there's some of it, but not at a fun level, so.
Yeah, Will's really excited about it, so that's key too.
Yeah.
Great. Any other questions about the director's report before I move on? I've seen none. Let's move to old business.
These are just things to, carry forward, probably, but, for the budget for FY 27, we're still waiting instructions from the mayor and the finance director. But I anticipate being level funded or potential for cuts, so we'll bring that to you as soon as it's released.
All right, I have a question. Did anyone else get a text from somebody that said like, hey, on your,
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we did. We talked about it
did you? I
earlier.
just wanted to know if we could talk about that at some point. Speaking of feedback, you know what I mean, like. Sorry, you didn't get, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
That's from Laura Wondolowski.
Yeah.
Like I'm your city council member and.
Is there anything that you would like
Yeah.
to bring up?
Yeah,
Which precinct is she?
she's at large.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I didn't do it.
Well, anyways.
Maybe I'm not.
yeah, I was gonna say, I guess you guys do a good job of keeping her phone number.
Secret.
We're all over the internet.
I know, I think the letter somewhere, this is finished. It's easy to find.
No, but you just mentioned the cuts
Yeah.
I was thinking about.
Yeah. So, again, as soon as I have information, we'll probably have it for next month, unless I have to turn it in sooner. We also, remember we talked about this last month, the smoking ordinance. Councilor Golub asked us to look through that. I didn't get a chance with the holidays to do any research. So maybe Don or I can do some research and then we can bring it back. Because remember there was, we put forward changes with the code to change some of the fees, and then they asked if we could consolidate, because there was, I think Article 2 was about veterans mall and stuff, so we just have to do some homework on that.
Basically, what we want to make sure that we do is we see where smoking is referred to throughout the ordinances, because, I mean, one of the reasons that we were looking at changing the fees was because they were one thing, one place and something else in another place, so we want to make sure that we have continuity, so I think it's gonna take a little more time, but yes, I will pull up that document and search through it, see what comes up.
Thank you. Trying to see, so it's, smoking is, chapter 364, just so you guys know.
Do you need copy of it?
I'm gonna dig down, I'm assuming that the PDF is available.
It is, I can email.
It's gonna
Yeah.
search.
Yeah. I just thought, so I just wanted to make sure, you know.
And then on January 2nd, I presented to Community Preservation Committee for our Beacon Field enhancements. Obviously, Dawn was there. I don't know if she's got anything you want to share.
After you left, we talked more about ladder ball and.
Oh, I sent a picture.
Yeah. People weren't familiar with it, and I am familiar. Right, come on.
That's one of the ball on the strings.
Yeah, because one of, part of the CPC proposal is to get a concrete ladder ball.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they won't move, so you don't have to keep making sure they're the right distance.
Well, we're gonna plastic and fall over, it's no big.
Yeah,
It'll be a good set.
that's all I
That's-
had.
Okay.
I think it's pretty straightforward this year. We just have the one recreation proposal in. And we have like had in previous years had the majority of proposals, so it feels like, take care of it.
Balancing out.
Yeah, balancing out, so. It'll mean less work for you.
Right,
You've
right.
Got enough to do, so,
We have catch up to do, so.
yeah. That's it.
Does it seem like the other people, there are enough other people applying that there's still a lot of?
Oh, there's always more requests than there is funding. I mean, it's, we have to sometimes wait and see what the state's gonna come through with, but. We're in the, like, $300,000 range, and we've probably got like $800,000 in the costs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, please don't quote me on those figures, but it's,
Yeah.
it's always a big, and there's, quite a bit of housing. The Conservation Commission has put in one for the first time, and then we have some historical. So.
New business, I
New
think that's all I had
business,
for,
okay.
pool.
Great.
So the sponsorship opportunities, we talked about this, in December. We did send this around and, I don't know if you guys want to see it. I don't know if everybody was here, but sorry, my tone was running out a little. We have had, some response, and this is the form so that if you guys want to take two-way business. But I just kind of wanted to share with you. So with the, in our folder, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yep, there's just one, but if you need more. So with Winter Carnival, the ice carving, don't forget, ice, sponsorship, we have brought in. Bringing in $10,725, so far. But many of that is ice. Mini golf, we have sold 2 holes. So I know Mark, you usually work really hard for us on mini golf. So the first hole has already been sold to Greenfield Savings Bank. And then we have one Greenfield Glass has sent in to do
okay. So
their hole. Yeah.
Okay, I can, yeah, I think that we have like regular people that we talk to, so I can hit up Mallory and Schmidt again.
Yeah, actually, I brought the list from last year. You want to pass it around?
Yeah.
And then Heather for Mutts and Mayhem, Greenfield Glass, also donated to Mutts and Mayhem. And then we have, Gilmore Farrell has sent in for Mutts and Mayhem already. We anticipate receiving, from Greenfield Savings Bank and the Greenfield Cooperative Bank as well for Mutts.
And I was gonna email, reach out to like the other, like dog oriented ones that we had last time, like integrity that.
The vendor stuff?
Yeah.
No, I have not done,
Oh.
I've not done vendors.
Well, no, they sponsored a program, so they got.
Oh, I believe they were in our. Tell me who that was again?
Integrity vet.
Check that they were on that master list.
Christie, do you mind if I write on this?
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
what I can
That's
do is I'll
probably
write down.
Donna.
Yes, I'm doing, so I'll do peer review. So.
Are you okay if I keep talking about events, Donna, while you're doing that? And then just, for fireworks, as you know, we have to, do a lot for fireworks. We have, Greenfield Glass, again, generously donated for fireworks. Joe Gary has sent in, Gilmore and Farrell, they gave us $1,000 again, so shout out to them. And then, Greenfield Savings Bank and the Cooperative Bank have said yes, we just haven't received payment yet. And then the Tri, again, Greenfield Glass. Joe supported the Tri, and then Greenfield Savings Bank is our $1,000 sponsor for that. And then, Danica for Cornhole, we have 2 in, I think I did email you. We have Greenfield Glass and, Joe.
And Greenfield Glass did last year, I think, for the first time.
And-
Second time.
And then for Greenfield Savings Bank, so we have 3.
Oh, 3.
I think Joe wasn't, here when I emailed you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Greenfield Savings Bank, Joe is, Greenfield Glass, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we're gonna talk about cornhole meters.
Yeah.
Carol did in the food one last year?
Did you say?
Did they do one last year?
Are they on that list?
They are, yeah.
Then yes.
Oh, I never heard back. You guys must have got it
So
direct.
yeah, he must have just sent the check. Yeah, because I think that we found old cars and stuff
Yeah,
there.
oh,
Yeah, I don't think they.
That's fine. Happy to find Matchbox card or whatever, and put it on there. So. So yeah, so if you guys can follow up, not just with, cornhole and or mini golf, but if you know of anybody that. You know, personally that you have a connection with, I know you're. Working for Canine Keg Bowl and Winter Carnival.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll donate to anything else. But yeah, anyone else? I know Heather usually focuses on what's in Mayhem.
Yeah, I know, I think my neighbor Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
and Tumblr podcast, they're
I
on
think
there.
he's on- yeah.
Yeah, I already find them.
Okay.
Tumblr what?
Tumble podcast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a kids science podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool if you haven't listened to it, Total Science.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find them. And when that.
Mingo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I go to
I think I. Good,
Winter Carnival then.
yeah, Bridget.
Okay, so Winter Carnival, as I said, we have the flyers here, the brochures, we're supposed to be here today. But there's a printing issue, so hopefully, not with us, just with their machine, so hopefully tomorrow or early next week. And then I have, I don't know, you guys should have gotten the email, but I know you guys always like to kind of handwrite, so I brought the volunteer spot so that you guys could help, and Heather, your family is already on top of it for directing the traffic, so please thank them for the parade of lights.
Yeah, and I did this online.
So maybe you did it after
I did.
we printed it or before.
But I'll just write us in.
Okay.
It rained out last year on Friday, so.
Yeah, we had to move it to Saturday, now with rings because of the,
Oh,
it was icy and snowy, it was, yeah, it was bad weather, yeah.
Yeah, I think this year I'm gonna help GBA on Friday, but I'll be around for Saturday.
For other stuff,
For other
okay.
things.
are they doing a car in the race? In the parade?
No, I guess we always set up.
Downtown Frost,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I'm going this year, so she has me to do it, so I can't help the traffic this year. So
Although maybe if we're in a pinch, you can help at Mile Street, it's right there,
I could.
yeah.
Yeah,
That should be last year.
Traffic on here?
yeah, it's
The very
the
first-
thing.
Oh, it's just one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole section was kind of pretty, so,
Yeah, and,
as long, especially if we go out this far in advance.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then, so I know Will was working on postering, but if you guys can take some posters, in place that you think that they can go up, that'd be great. And then I did record on Wednesday with the radio station with Hannah. And actually we recorded 2 sessions, so it'll run 2 times, scan from the GBA. And then, I think it's the Wednesday before is the 4th, I'm recording with Jesse. From the chamber, also at the radio station. So this is, if you want to see the brochure, I have highlights so that I knew what to highlight for each different recording, but just so you guys can kind of see what it's gonna look like. It is online now on our website. Parade of Lights, I've tasked Will, he's been, making a lot of phone calls, so I'm hoping we're gonna have more people in the Parade of Light this year.
do we have anybody signed up at this point?
Yeah, I can't remember, I forgot to look at that before, I guess I can get out my computer.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think we had 9 signed
Okay.
up and like, Toyota and, Cartelli 4, they said they might put in 3. But we haven't got confirmation.
Last year was our biggest one yet, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't got confirmation from DPW yet, but I emailed them and all kind of depends on whether they're
Yeah.
gonna. But like the towing company across the way here, like I always try and get them. Cause they have big tow trucks.
Yeah.
That should be cool, but
Always used to do it, but he said they just don't have them. yet.
yeah, we've tried them too.
I know.
They have been for,
All the time I've been hit.
yeah.
Somebody needs to record the Yeti Yell contest for me.
Yeah, you what?
The Yeti Yell, you see that?
Yeah, that's new, yeah.
So the ads that you're recording with the Franklin County Chamber of Commerce,
yes.
is for voting Winter Carnival.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Okay.
They each do, radio, spots, so
Okay.
just to help promote.
Yep.
And I don't know. The next chamber breakfast, I think, is, down the.
23rd, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't remember, I don't think I had signed up yet for that, but if anybody goes, I'll give you flyers, those color flyers, the brochures that will be out. Are you-
Henry's going, I think he's going.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'll connect with you on that. Any other questions with Winter Carnival? Yeah.
Mark, are you,
I'll get to the other kids.
thank you, and we'll drop off the stuff like that's.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna use my van, not the trailer.
Oh,
My
okay.
van's like 2 feet longer and the trailer's a mess, so I'll just drive up and kind of unload it in a pile. If it's in the same pile and I come back, I'll load it back in.
So you don't, you have, we're getting. And you got, and you still have, the ropes and all that whole box.
I
right?
should have.
You have the whole thing.
I'll-
Do you recall if there were cans in there still or not? I always forget. the cans.
I'll look,
Okay,
yeah.
good, Jay on drinking beer, just in case. Don't.
Did you still need the couple the skinny kegs?
If you have them, yeah.
I have 3.
You do. You have, and then the corner ones, right? They're like, can you take a picture, like standing?
Yes.
So that's
They-
why I can
there's-
think-
Standing.
Next to the- so I can see the
Yes.
size.
I think it's your leg, Dan.
It'll help me because.
They're in the bird industry, they call it 6 though, but most people call them quarter.
Quarters, okay.
But like, yeah, it's actually a 6.
And then when we get them, I can keep them in my garage so that you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
That's fine. All right, now. Hear that space in my garage.
Do we still use my speaker?
Yes.
Okay, and the microphone worked and everything good last year?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. Thanks.
As far as layout, I know we had to change it last year, right?
Year based on
Okay.
the field. I will still be on that same, because we do electricity, so. I'm still
Yeah,
there.
yeah, okay.
Same thing.
And I did take off the bleachers for the DPW list.
Yeah,
so
this was an extra lever that was.
Yeah, we won't ask them to do that, to set up for the,
Yeah,
we thought people would sit higher, but you said it was, ended up getting covered with snow and then everyone's cold.
yeah.
And then I did have one more question about Winter Carnival too. Do we still need chili people?
Yes,
All right.
Yeah, I'll make chili.
it is a Google form this year,
Yeah.
so it should be easier.
Yeah,
And then we're limiting it to, I think it says in there 20, just for our power, but I mean, we've never hit 20, but.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Mary's told me to do it every third. I do regardless of it, surely.
Okay, well, you're.
Jay's gonna be super butthurt.
Competition.
I have to do it because Christy gave me a big crock pot, which was always spent money.
Well, so you can't see a great big profit.
I was trying, I know, I'm getting another joke.
Yeah.
I think Lori's happy with that.
But no, like Mary has been saying it, it's just like when it comes to it at the time, it always feels like, it's like. As they go really on topic and things I'm doing, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it this weekend. It's better when it's.
So smart. I think we do have a crock pot at the office.
No, I
We
really
have
don't either.
Oh, okay.
She's not a big one, so it's like picturing like a vat, you know?
Yeah, no.
Well,
It's like a cauldron.
Yeah.
How many days?
If you open the
Oh,
map,
okay.
I think it's 7. Yes, it's the center gold.
Yeah.
I think it's 7. We're definitely down some carvers. If you guys know any carvers, let us know. We certainly can update that map. Just because of travel and a couple of injuries and stuff, so. If anybody goes to Northampton, that's January 29th, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of have it on my calendar, but it kind of depends if I'll be down there, but I would love to, yeah. Have a list. I asked the chamber, they reached out to Worcester because they also have, seems like everybody now is doing ice carving. Like there's one in Gloucester, there's one in Worcester now. Keene.
I saw a couple of, I think it was. Just in a small.
Yeah,
pocket park.
probably because they had,
The first night,
the
right?
first night.
That, yeah, it was, yeah, but, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
The guy that cars there usually cars with us,
Um,
but I think he has a different job now, so I don't think he could do it on Friday. And then Keene is on Saturday, so we can't move ours to Saturday,
Hmm.
It's the 31st, and I think so.
31st, yeah. They have 17 this year, I saw, but I couldn't find,
We'll try to hit them up.
I couldn't find a list anywhere. Um. All right, anything else with, yeah, well.
Yes.
Okay,
So let's see, next we had fireworks, again, the fundraising, we keep on there. I wanted to know, Danica, I want to make a decision if it can tonight. Pressure, for the cornhole, if we want to be at Fort Square, like I need to fill out paperwork. And then if it's at the middle school.
Yeah, I have my notes on here. I had exchanged some emails with Mike and David. Yeah. All right, so I was just asking them, like, we were at the middle school last year, but there was a lot of things that were nice about that, like you were indoors, you didn't have to worry about it. There was plenty of space to set up flat, level playing field with plenty of height. And that was just, there was just something about that that was nice as a planner for people who play cornhole, and having these guys be involved for the first time. They brought people in that are very like, cornhole serious people. They all use this app to register. They all can see their scores. They know when they're up, they know what court they're on, they know what they're doing, and they do this a lot. They travel far to play. And that's what I wanted them for. The thing was, is that because we ended up having, like, they weren't happy about the fact that we registered our folks through our app or our website. They will use Scorevolio because they can see who's playing. That's how competitive they are. They can also, like I said, they can see their stats. So it's tracked like nationwide. And then, you know, having it there, they like the last minute changes because of the weather and not like having a pre-plan, and not being able to have the vendors, which we had to cancel last minute. You know, everybody was saying last year, like, you have to have an option where you can either do both and it's on the same day. Because having a rain date makes it so much more difficult for people to be like, I'm gonna carve out this entire weekend. Some of these teams will travel, they'll have traveled here this day and then they're gonna be in Boston tomorrow or Birmingham or wherever. Like, they're just all over the place playing. So I asked them how much they thought alcohol impacted, because we weren't able to have alcohol, obviously, at middle school. And they said that they were like, you know, one of them doesn't drink, so he's like, for me, I don't care, you know, he was like, but I can see how it probably did impact some. He was like, most of the things we do, it's like a BYOB thing, which I think would never work or no. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I didn't even entertain that, but I just said, you know, he was like, if you could find a large place that you could be inside or outside. And so they were asking again about the fairgrounds under the grandstands. That was their idea.
Fairgrounds under the grandstand?
I didn't know what you were there. I was.
yeah, they
Did you
had
mean
a building under there.
I was hoping you guys didn't know what they were talking
It's
about.
probably,
I don't know the fairgrounds that well.
there's a big concrete slab in there.
Yeah.
Big metal building.
It's
Very high ceiling.
Yeah, I don't think the ceilings are right.
Okay. I don't know, I literally don't know what they're talking about.
I mean, there are plenty of buildings at the fairgrounds, but I
Okay,
think
so
that the
what
cost
about the
would probably
fairgrounds?
be.
Okay, that's what my question was. So what about the fairgrounds in general? What? Like, they wouldn't donate, they wouldn't offer a discount?
I mean, I would have to ask.
Okay, just
the
curious.
president. But then, I guess potentially, but
Okay.
like.
So
I
then
can't-
what he's thinking is like, if you start to be at a place where travel, parking isn't an issue, having a vendor isn't an issue, having coverage isn't an issue, it offers you both, you could be outside or inside. Like, he's just trying to think like long-term, if you can find a place that you start to establish, this is now our place. Versus like downtown where you do have other obstacles, which we could start to play. So that was my other pitch, right?
So hold on, before you go to there, go back to kind of close out the fairground.
Yeah,
So I can't have, as a city entity, hold any liquor license, so. we
oh,
have
you
to-
can't at the fairgrounds?
No, the city can't, so we would have to find a beer vendor
Oh, okay.
to be there, like I have to ask Mike, the president, Mike Nelson, like, I don't even know if they have their own,
Hmm.
alcohol license.
I mean, they sell, well, okay, so wait,
No,
who's that?
people sell beer there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not a fair, it's like a
Mike
vendor.
Nelson's the
Yeah.
head of the.
He's the president of the Franklin
Oh,
County
the
Fair.
fair.
Yeah,
Okay, so, well, yeah, they do for fairs and all the other things that they have there, even like those weekend things they have. So I don't know, but if it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be $1,500 to how we post the event, then no. But it would be serving the community, would they be willing to, like, what's the cost of them, clean up?
They have to have staff there, power,
Or
like,
clean up,
bathroom.
Yeah.
like, and we're doing, bathrooms, so clean up, like maintenance on the day, usage of the day, right? The
and I
power,
don't know,
okay.
remind me the day again,
May 3rd, I think, 2nd or 3rd.
yeah, I don't know. I can pull up their calendar. I
May
don't know if
2nd.
I'm just,
Yeah.
a second.
May 2nd.
I don't know if there's ceilings in that Dole building, if it was bad weather is high enough.
I guess I'm picturing like all of the buildings, I feel like one of them has super high ceilings, but I'm not right there.
And I don't know
I think
about if
there's
it's
one
wide
that's
enough.
high enough ceilings
Yeah,
anyways.
but
Would it be wide enough, Mert?
I can't really remember.
Yeah,
It's-
I think that's where they store like vehicles and stuff for the winter.
mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it's further down past the grandstand, like on that same side.
I think it's right behind the grandstand, is that building that I'm
okay.
picturing, yeah,
Like, I
like the
mean,
bleachers go up and it's like kind of under, behind.
So there was a building that like, I don't think this was just this past one. Remember that place that's trying to like open up a spot out here where, next like Lowe's or Home Depot or something, like next to.
Yeah, Galaxy or.
Yeah, the Galaxy thing.
Yeah.
So they were there in one of the buildings and you walked in and it was a big, open, empty building. And
Used to be the.
And they like had set up all these obstacles for kids to play Nerf guns in there as a way to entice, like, hey, donate to us, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do it in a bigger scale, like laser tag. And they were raising money, but they had and the whole thing was empty, there was nothing in there.
Was it way towards the back by
It
the?
was like across from it was okay, like almost like middle, because right across from it, remember that being like all those smaller buildings where all those food vendors are. It
Yeah,
was like just across from that, like in the kind of towards, I mean, a little towards back, but not like way back where you're having to wait for when you go to watch the television, or it's not like back there.
okay, so I think that you're talking about the closer building, which is the Dole building, which is. Many of you were here when we had the barbecue, that was where the barbecue testers were, but I don't think that building wasn't high enough.
So did you say the 3rd or is it the 2nd?
Okay.
It's okay, because there is something there on the 3rd, but it looks like there's nothing on their calendar for the 2nd at this point.
I just think we should ask, I guess, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as an
Yeah, I can
option,
ask.
because,
Like,
like, when I try to think of any other place, like, what about here, like, does this have some big bay where all the fire trucks are, and you can throw one for that inside? I mean, I'm just trying to think of anywhere where it'd be like a building plus like some external like access.
The only thing I can think of is the armory, but I don't.
that's been sold and
Yeah, I don't.
there's no parking around it.
So,
I mean, a parking lot where like, the middle school is a secondary option kind of thing, like, but then, that's the only option that I know of that we have that's covered right now. And that changes the whole like vibe of the.
yeah,
And
so,
I don't know, sorry, Donna, just for the middle school, like, I don't know, like, the previous superintendent, didn't charge us. I don't know what's gonna happen this time around. 'Cause
Yeah.
we could get custodial fees this time too.
Okay.
So,
That's been nice.
Can I talk? I noticed because I did the Greenfield Elks' bulletin and put it up on their website, I noticed that they are having a cornhole tournament there later
Oh.
this month.
Yeah, so.
So I don't know. Like how, and maybe they do it upstairs because they have a big hall
Yeah, that's
upstairs.
big space.
Great
Um,
talk.
No, it's the Greenfield Elks Club.
Yeah.
Church
Yeah.
and Federal.
Yeah. And I don't know about the moose, but I'm just wondering about like these, yeah.
Yeah, so this
This
is
then
actually.
they would have the alcohol license, you would be able to be inside. They also have a fairly large parking lot, at least at the Elks they do.
Yeah, no,
So-
so I was just gonna say in Turner's, the same group runs a whole league at their Elks
Yeah,
every Wednesday, like forever. And they have a big enough space upstairs from their bar they can do, I think there's 8 lanes running at a time in there.
Yeah, it's a huge one.
Yeah, I mean, so wait, did they, I mean, I have never, except for at the Greenfield Elks, not, wait, what did you call it? Was not, I think that we use Elks in the.
No, it's on
Moose,
Church
Moose,
Street.
Yeah,
The
okay,
Moose is behind.
Okay,
Main Street.
so the one behind Main Street,
Got some moose.
okay, that one, they can only do like 3 boards, and it's not height wise very accommodating. So it would definitely, it's the other place which I'm not familiar with.
It's where we had trivia,
I would,
but it was, I didn't even realize there was an upstairs there. But-
Yeah, it's huge. We used to have Boy Scout things there all the time. It's really powerful.
what, really?
Yeah.
And in North Place, what do they use it for?
They rent it out for the Boy Scouts.
Is that like second? Is that where bingo is gonna be for the library up there, or would that be downstairs?
Place down here?
And that was a really big parking lot too.
Across from Shelburne Falls. Coffee
Yes.
Roast. Yeah, downstairs is like the gritty sort of bar.
So that's where they play downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard. But we don't play.
Well, if she's saying it's.
There's a really fancy hall.
I've never.
I mean, I
Oh, I mean, I don't even know, like, that's the part that I don't even like, I can't picture it, because you go downstairs, I guess, so I never even thought about it.
If you walk up Church Street and your back is to Shelburne Falls Coffee Roast, the doors on the left.
So
The grand hall.
if you want to check it out,
Yeah,
their cornhole tournament is happening on Saturday, January 31st at 1 p.m.
any photos?
And it says 10 per person, please sign up by 129, limited to 24 teams.
So that's
So they-
24 teams of 2, I mean,
They
we've
must-
never had 24.
They must be
teams.
using the upstairs.
Do you think that's two, like 12 go and then another 12 go?
Yeah.
I wonder if your people are
Letting it?
doing that one too.
Could be, or the associates, there's like 2 other guys, or a husband and a wife that run it, and another set of guys that do it, they all like kind of run a couple of different things in different areas, they just send each other's players to each other's groups.
And I feel like the rental, like I know that we were able to get the trivia night donated last year, so we didn't have to pay the rental. They just got, the bar. Since then you've got a bar.
Yeah.
We could actually do food ourselves
Oh, that
and
would
like
be
we
nice.
did. in
That
trivia.
No, I would totally.
No, that would be
Yeah, it's upstairs. That's
like
comes
easy
up
enough to.
behind. Is it like a big
Yeah.
beta state?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it sounds
okay.
like you need to enroll.
So, yeah, so here,
Become a member.
there's a,
Wait, I think.
there's a
what
picture
we
of
can
them.
do-
There, okay.
I'm just gonna look at their calendar and see if there's anything there, but I think that that's a really.
Assuming the
strong-
width is wide enough. but-
Is the ceiling?
Or like figure similar to another, which they are similar, they.
Very
Yeah.
close.
That's-
Classic.
So I've been to one of them, yeah. Like a wedding reception versus there. Maybe not.
Are you able to make it there on the 31st to check it out? Or do you think, or do you? Like,
I'll see.
I'm gonna be out of
Take a
town.
picture. If you need, and you.
January 31st.
I don't know.
You
the
get to bring
staff-
flyers.
After last year, I don't know.
I know that's the other thing, like Danica's friends, are professional, and then we kind of lose like the people that want to do it just for enjoyment.
But
So-
again, that's why the format that they're doing works. So even if you go over like on a Wednesday to the Turner's one and you just randomly want to play, they have 3 tiers. So even if you don't place in the second or top, you're still in the 3rd tier, you still can play, you could still potentially win money.
Hmm.
So they don't put you in a group that you're gonna just get ghosted. You might your first 2 games, but then you'll slowly start to begin to play with your pool of players.
Hmm.
Do you feel that way? Because weren't you with the better ones last year? I
We
didn't.
just squeaked into the
Yeah.
top tier. We're the worst team on the top tier.
That's better than being like, oh, I was way and like never was
Is it?
winning.
Is it?
But then he would win all the time, so.
Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like,
One more thing, just so
Oh, yeah.
you have everything available, so the hall rental is $300. So it's pretty reasonable,
Yeah.
Yeah. um, I'm assuming that includes like upstairs or whatever, but we can find out.
Yeah.
So, action steps on this. Do you wanna check it out on January 31st?
Yeah.
If you like it, then you can.
I'll check it out. I could also ask them if they have been there or seen it, like, if, and I
Okay.
can look into who's organizing it and maybe just contact them directly.
Well, if you decide that you want it,
Mhm.
please let us know
Yeah.
because we can let Mick do that. Yeah, he
Cause
can.
I have some pictures of people.
Cause Mick, yeah,
That are there.
Mick can talk to Fred and, you know.
Perfect,
how-
yeah.
That's how we did the trivia, so I
Awesome.
think,
Yeah, I mean, they have them at Elks all the time, as you see, so,
Yeah.
that is a good idea. I don't know why, I guess I just
So
thought space
surprising.
wasn't
and we
any.
could just do sandwiches.
I don't mind cooking, I really, it would be fine, it would be fine.
Just smaller
I
portions.
actually have a lot of donated beef from, my family that we could potentially do, burgers or chili or something like that. You know.
That's a summer burger.
It is, yeah, so, you know, cause I was like, if you just put a bunch of burgers in a roaster and tin foil, you know what I mean? You don't have to be fancy, these people just wanna eat something.
Okay, well, it sounds like we've made some headway on that one. then.
Yeah.
More to come
Yeah,
next time, yeah.
So then, the next thing I wanted to see if you locked in the date for trivia. I know there was a meeting that you guys went to or we went to.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have that from Mick, but,
Oh, okay,
I mean, their calendar is open, so.
okay.
That was
So-
at the Elks.
At the Elks, yeah, the trivia night like we did last year.
Yeah.
June 25th,
So for timing, like, we're trying to wrap up all the summer stuff in January, just so you guys know,
okay.
for the brochure, for printing. In February. What's that?
We get yours made done?
I don't think,
Okay,
well,
let's
Mutton,
do
Mutton Mayhem date we have, I don't think we're changing any of the fees, so. So I was just trying to think about you guys. And then for fireworks, I sent out all the vendor applications. And, moved it up, I think I said May 1st for them to respond. I did have one new vendor who was interested, it was a barbecue out of Rhode Island, so I sent it to them, so. Hopefully we'll get, all the vendors to come back, if it helps us with our fundraising. And I think that's all I've had for fireworks, unless you guys have something creative for any new fundraising ideas, because don't forget, it's the 20,000 that we have to get to.
Yeah,
well, I was just gonna say that since downtown is not being used for the. Formal anymore and another mayor or mayor. But the mayor, you know, liked the idea of like having like an event, a fundraising event that was like down there, so I don't know, any. Like interesting ideas, the only like idea, this is kind of a little far fetched, but it's something that's kind of new. So it's a mix between like cornhole and mini golf. So you set up a course like outside and I can see it kind of happening on the common there. Where you set up stations, like you know, you stand here, this is your tee off spot. And then this is the hole and it can be, you know, whatever, it could be a bucket, but then you like build up things around it, you have obstacles in the way and. They have 3 shots at it and each 3 can score, but it's like, you know, how many points are 1 on within this amount of range, and it tells you that, like, as you kind of get through it.
So it doesn't need to be
So it
flat.
doesn't need to be flat. It's like you can use it, it shouldn't be flat. It should be difficult. There should be things in the way, just like you would play putt-putt, but it's with cornhole / mini golf.
So are you using you guys?
So you're
Yeah.
using beanbags, you're standing in the square, everybody sort of takes turns, you kind of have to do it like, you know. Where like people could come, yeah, people could come, they could hang out, but like, you know, you don't have people scheduling to come and putt-putt, do they?
For our mini golf,
No, they don't.
So
Right,
it's
yeah.
a time, right? So it's gonna be 9
Yeah.
to 4 or whatever.
Mhm.
3, and you come and whenever in that time and you know, play, like you throw the bags and then you move to the next hole and there's like whatever, 12 holes, or however many holes we could fit into that space. You pay to play, and if we just collaborated on like fun ways to lay it out, then it doesn't have to be like, I mean, the places that you look to go play this, it's like it's, if you went to a putt. Like that's how they have it lined up. If you Google like portable mini golf.
that's what it's called, it's
Yeah.
formal, we're never heard of it.
So it's kind of a newer thing. And so it's like, I don't know, I just like how successful the mini golf has been going, but I don't like the cost of the fact that you have to, but if you know, we get some like buckets that we can set out with like different obstacles around them, or even, you know, something similar to it. I don't know, you can just, it's just a thought.
So do you have, a video or a sample that you can?
It's just, I can share with you kind of like what the.
Can we find a company that'll do the setup, like?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then that's gonna cost us.
Right, I know.
I forget, the company just brings everything. It's the rec department that runs around setting up those things.
Yeah, but they still have like,
But-
you know,
But yeah,
makes it a lot easier.
Yeah,
But yeah, I can send something around and like, but these are kind of just, you know what I'm saying,
big
like,
boulders.
yeah, I mean, you know, like. There's different things that companies are doing as far as like setting up a permanent place, but I was thinking like if it was a portable kind of fun. People like that Target idea, but it's something kids could do too, and it's not a big deal. Anyone can come and play, you know, portable mini golf.
Then we just have to.
We might be able to use some
Yeah.
of this stuff in,
For the lots of mayhem buckets. Oh,
oh, sure, yeah, you could use that, but I was thinking like obstacle wise, there's also been like, somewhere stuff in Rydell Street. It's like repurposed for something like that,
And
for obstacles.
mhm.
I think my only concern is our capacity. I mean, we've got the mini golf happening, we've got the trivia happening, we've got the cornhole happening.
Yeah, so I mean, it could replace, I just. it was
Unless
just-
it's something that it happens instead. I
Yeah.
don't know, I mean.
Yeah.
Get nailed
we're
down
small.
this year for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that too,
Yeah.
you know, it's just an idea.
And actually, I was just gonna say, circling back to cornhole, I'm sorry, I meant to ask this while we were all talking, but. Is it possible, I mean, if they wanna use their registration form,
Oh, yeah.
we can.
Yeah, that's
can
what,
link to
we can
that.
link to that, that's what I said, I was like,
Yeah.
this, what I hope to do this time is. Just start out with link to it and we'll put our disclaimers in
Yeah.
their thing, they pay for the membership generally, so it's on their account or whatever, but it's like $20. Just pay for it, do it through the pro version, create it all that way. And then if somebody just is like, you know. They don't know, they're not familiar, they don't want to like, you know.
So then the money would still come to.
Like, you don't charge through that, app.
Oh,
I can
okay.
put access to ours on there,
Okay.
like you can put your own link to pay,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We can work that out.
Yeah.
Just.
but that,
Oh,
we could do that instead of mini golf next year or something, depending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the alternative format, yeah.
yeah,
But the whole thing with that is the weather.
It is,
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
right, you could do a lot of prep and then it can be like. oh,
If you do it inside.
Yeah.
You could.
Inside.
You could do it, for sure.
I guess,
Like we could try to utilize sports.
Yeah.
yeah, right, exactly.
I'm just saying if we got more
Yeah.
and mini golf.
Right.
It's so successful though, and
Yeah.
people really love it, and I love the fact that it happens in April when not a lot is going.
Yeah,
on.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is nice, there's definitely a definite positive.
Yeah,
yeah.
Even
we just wanna get out.
You know, like,
Yeah.
our kids get usually 4 things easily with their.
I do a great job.
Okay, I think we should move along.
So, yeah, so spring summer programs, in your packet. When Kelly and I were looking at this, oops, I have my hand. I have one pager, yeah, you know, yeah. But me, but it's just the. Yeah, okay, it's just the 26 program and proposal, fees. Like when we were looking at everything for, summer broker. I don't think there's any reason that we need to make an adjustment, but you guys always, like to look at this and then, we'll take a vote for.
Who's doing the skateboard lessons?
I can't remember who did it last year, but, if you have somebody, you can send it to us.
Oh, no, I don't.
That was somebody, who, yeah, it was a female, Sheila had set that all up, I can't remember her name, but obviously that's something that the next person will reach out to. Hopefully.
January 26th.
Yeah.
To replace
Did you
you.
miss that in my director's report?
I
She was
guess
thinking
I
about
was,
something
I
else.
guess I was on.
She was zoned out, I bored her, yes,
I
January.
was probably signing up for our volunteers.
January 26th, if all goes well with background checks, yes.
Just to go back on the fundraising idea, the Hatfield Rally House open, so it's a dedicated pickleball tennis facility. And they have 8 pickleball courts, so if we ever wanted to do a tournament there, we can probably organize something. I mean, I haven't asked them, but I got their They're probably looking to fill the schedule with tournaments.
Hatfield Rally House, is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Is it open really?
Yeah, it's open and sweet.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's got a nice lounge and like a mezzanine upstairs and it's all our type of, I don't know, it's got us in there. It's like a cafe right now, or pro shops.
Locker room, shower,
Yeah.
pretty fancy.
Oh,
Beautiful.
we'll add that on the future list.
Yeah, they probably have something like menu for fundraiser stuff, I imagine.
It's a good idea, Mark.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, so right now, what we're looking at is, no fee. Increases for program fees. Keeping the prices at 2025 prices. Can I go with a motion and second before we have further discussion, please?
I'll make a motion. Or to have changed the fees.
Okay, motion's made by Heather. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
All right, Danica seconds. So just personally, I like the idea of not raising prices in a world where everything's going up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We felt the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And you-
unless there's some specific program that's way short, makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense to keep it the way it is.
yeah, or something that is, you know, costs a lot. All right, any further discussion on this one? All right, seeing none, I'll call for a vote. Motion on the floor is to keep program fees level for this year, 2026. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so the motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Yep.
Then-
We're talking about swim area.
Yeah, then you should have, a double-sided one-page flyer for, summary of fees. Our staffing hours and fees. And, the big thing I want to share is really on the back. We had a hot, summer and we had record number of, attendees this year. This past summer, and had really high revenue.
Yes.
So we were able to, yeah, we did not lose money. It's the first time, as you can see, in 4 years that we were in, the black. And, we had 645 passes sold. That includes, the, additional family members.
Way
And-
more.
Yeah, yep, and then, over 9,600 visits, so we're very, very busy. So happy to share that, and so, and the staffing with the hours, sorry, I know I went to the back first, because I was excited about that. Remember, we were open Monday through Friday, 11 to 7, with Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 8. And the, snack shack was 12 to 6. It was definitely a little adjustment because this was the first time we had made that change. If you guys remember, to save some funding with guards and whatnot, and overall, I think it went really well. As you can see, there was a couple of times when the gate was left open from camp that a couple of people, had probably snuck in and didn't pay. But overall, it was pretty successful. And I think that for the first year, the public was just getting used to the change. But we would like to have this be our new normal. It's easier for scheduling with the guards and the gate staff. And obviously, we were successful.
It's interesting that the pavilion and park rentals were down, is that because the hours that they were available were or something?
Yeah, just randomly less. This past
Looks like 24 was almost like an outlier, well, higher than the other 4 years.
Yeah.
By a good amount. So
Yeah, that's
that
true.
might be more of an outlier.
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily happen during swim hours, right? You can.
No, it can't, yeah.
So it's It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's basically on the weekends, almost every weekend. We have a rental.
Yeah, and I would also add that, well, revenue was certainly up, it's, doesn't, you know. $8,000 up doesn't put out fire of 31,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Or 19,000 below, or 6,000 below, or 8,000.
It's a hopeful trend to continue.
Yeah, and I also, because of the shortened hours, we probably saved some money there.
Right, that's why we did
Yeah.
it for staffing. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not just about money with staffing, it's also about the positions, yeah.
Did staff seem happier that there weren't as many hours?
We didn't really have complaints about that. It was hard, sometimes closing, and I think that was in here, like,
Yeah,
to have a busy day and not have like fresh legs to come in to help with cleanup. So sometimes the morning crew had more in the parking lot to pick up because people just don't throw their
Yeah.
trash in the trash cans.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And I just asked some of the morning camp, the early birds to help with what they can around the pavilion and whatnot, because people go into the parking when it's supposed to be closed. They just don't follow the rules.
yeah. Well, and also getting them to leave, which has been a perennial problem. Especially when, you've got like 16, 18-year-olds trying to tell, uncooperative adults that they need to go. Is it possible to check into maybe having like a cop cruise by there? Like at closing time? just in case?
I do have discussions with the police about that, and
Yeah.
they do make their rounds. So obviously, it just depends on if there's a situation that they're dealing
Yeah.
with. But my staff will call me if there's an issue, and if I need to come or if I need police presence, that they're always there, very supportive, to help our staff.
Is it generally around closing or overall behaviors?
Where if I need assistance.
Yeah.
It was very few and far in between that we have to make a phone call. But it would be probably mostly at closing.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there was a major issue. So we propose to keep the schedule the same, keep the rates and stuff the same. As well.
So this should be fairly easy. Can I get a motion to keep the schedule and rates at the Green River Swim Area? The same as 2025?
Yeah, I can motion to keep the hours and rates the same at the Green River Swim Area from 2025.
Okay. Further discussion on that one?
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is, as we set up here, that, just be mindful that rising expenses, the cost of the goods and whatnot, and unpredictable weather, may present challenges as we've seen the last previous 4 years.
Yeah.
If, the weather continues to be super hot, we should be good to go.
Well, it was also very dry.
Yeah.
You didn't get shut down. Bacteria. You see that? That's yeah. All right, any further discussion on that? All right, seeing none, all in favor? Okay. Procedural question, we didn't actually include the staffing. Motion, so
Oh.
should that be a separate?
Should we edit that?
Yeah.
Yeah, or revise the.
Okay.
You mean to keep the staff at the same.
Yeah, to keep the pay, right?
Yeah, well, we already voted on the pay scale in
Oh, okay.
December, so,
So we're all set.
I think,
Yeah, hour, rates and hours, I think
Yeah.
covers it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
that was it on our list, other than, reminder that we have to work on the smoking
Yeah,
policy for, future meetings, and then, February 12th, be our next meeting here, and that's the meeting that you're unable to attend.
Right, but I will, if you check out the Elks, Danica, and say go, then, I'll make sure that before we head out of town, I've nailed down trivia and I
The
can
dates.
work on that.
How did you see the cornhole thing that you saw that was there?
It's in their bulletin, it's in there,
I just was curious if you know about it and then they have a reach of some sort.
yeah. Well, I knew about it because they send me their bulletin. And I put it up on their website, so I look at,
Are you able to make it on the 31st?
I'm looking and what time was it starting again?
I think it was fun. I'm like, yeah.
You can just pop by and listen.
Yeah, to watch for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't have any problem finding out like who's organizing.
Yeah.
So,
You could also probably just like schedule a time to see the space.
right, that's what I'm saying. I might just maybe with
Figure
whoever figured
it
it out.
out.
That way we can know as soon as possible. So
1 to 4:30.
I probably would rather get there sooner so that we're not waiting. So if there's like, help us look if there's another event, like, whatever, next week, I mean.
Or you can probably
this
just
weekend.
call and say, hey, I'm
Yeah.
Or if you're interested in- Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, once I find.
Yeah, it's around the corner from my house too, so like if you check it out, and you think it's a good spot, like I could probably. Pop by that day for half an hour or two and
Okay.
just like have a couple photos or videos so we can see what it's set up like too.
We could also like organize to go over there all together and handle the,
Yeah.
because we need to check in about the trivia.
Oh, okay,
Need to make sure, yeah,
okay, cool.
schedule a field trip.
So just for housekeeping, so I got the mini golf back, but I think I was at the volunteer.
Yeah.
Just so that I can use staff paper.
And you don't pay attention to Mary's yet, so she doesn't in the calendar, she might be here, but mine is.
For
It's like-
volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we did Will's also working on raffle stuff for the friends.
For what?
The friends. For Winter Garden.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Any future agenda items that you mean, I get this point.
Oh, but Sarah wasn't from the beginning of the meeting, we're not supposed to park over.
Yeah, I know, we all.
She said it, and I was like, but there's a spot right there.
Yeah, I just gotta go over to the other side.
She didn't say you have to, she just
It's
said.
on the
"Almost."
We can park on the street right out front.
There's only like 2 tickets on the.
Oh.
I think they would come and tell us to move.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the next meeting is on February 12th. And
6 o'clock at Greenville Fire Department.
yeah,
Okay.
all right. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:07.
All right, motion's made by Murray,
I will second the motion.
seconded by Dan, all in favor? We are adjourned.